Well, I listened to a great podcast the other day when I was out running in the morning, and it was about an hour, and a bunch of consumer advocates and lawyers and things like that about what to do when you can't pay your rent or mortgage. And they what was nice too, besides the podcast was very good, but they also came with a there was a listing there of all the sources in the Washington D.C. area. All the programs, the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, here's a tenant-based rental assistance program. Uh, Here's another one: assistance for families with children, or temporary cash assistance. DHR portal. I don't even know what all these things. COVID rental assistance program starting in June 1. Emergency assistance. See, all these programs are coming up. To help people with needs, because we have 40,000 or 40 million people that are unemployment now, and you're taking forever to get your own unemployment checks. Here, $800,000 of funds for rental assistance in just a local county. Here's another one: $700,000 in funds to help people rent and mortgage and everything. These kind of things. Arlington has people with children or people who are seniors, cash assistance for rent. All the Fairfax County has $700,000 they're going to get. Here's another service they have with $20 million of funding. Wow. So how do you find these things? And that's the key. And if you go to Google, here, take a look at this. What I've been playing around with here. I mean, to me, would be one thing to do is sort of like put in rental assistance and your state. And then you hit this search tool or whatever the heck it is, and you get gazillion things. And I think what is important is there's different kinds of things. Number one, I think it's interesting if you put COVID in there, that you'll get the more new things. It's a problem. They're going to be old. No matter what you do, it's not going to be right. So you have to figure this out yourself. So sometimes it's better to put COVID rental assistance. So COVID, and start that way, because then you get rid of some of the scammers out there. Like people who need money, because see, a lot of people out there that need money, they'll put, I need rental help, and they'll put in rental grants. And a lot of those websites you see are people that are just trying to get your name or phone number or something to sell you money or sell you something else because they know you're in financial trouble. See, that's the problem with Google. If you're in financial trouble and you put in, I'm in financial trouble, and then somebody has something that they want to sell you that will solve your problem as long as you give them money. You don't want to do that. Okay. So that's why it's important to know about, how to use Google for that. And here, like if you put in, rental grants, let's say you put in rental grants. Let's see, I'll show you what that rental grants. So you have to know how to spell grants. Okay. Rental grants. Okay. Yeah, you see, okay, you have, I don't know how many millions of websites here. Rental assist. Well, that's not. I'm looking at who's here. Here's one. West Politics. I'm not sure what that is, but it's a .com. So I wouldn't, mess with that at all. .us's are a problem. Well, that's a DC council. That's probably okay. A lot of these, unless they're publication, mobility work, that's maybe. But you see, a lot of them will be a Grant Watch. No, that's somebody selling you something. Well, it's obviously because it's an ad here. But if you put like rent assistance, I know these things so well because I do it so many times, but the kind of thing, well, that's a nonprofit. Okay, the Morristown Grill. These aren't bad because they're government, gov, org. Okay, that's okay. Gov, org. That's okay. That's an ad. So be careful. Let's go on the next one. But there's some programs that I run into a lot. When you do these .com topic announces rent assistance program, that's a county council. Okay. But if there's somebody, see, there's a lot of them that will have a website that says they list the program sources, but on that website, there's supposedly a program. If they're selling things, hey, buy this, look it over here, blah 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 blah. So it's very sexy and entertaining. They're getting your money for something. So they maybe have a few things in there that may be good, but it's not good for everybody. I mean, they're going to get you somewhere because you're going to be lazy and don't understand it. And that's how I am too. Then you get stuck. Oh, they only want $100. Okay, I'll scrape that up and maybe they'll solve my problem. That'll be all right. No, you don't want to do that. Now, here's another thing you should know about that I think is really good. Look here down for settings. Because see, a lot of an advanced search, you put the settings in advanced search, and then what you want to do is come down here and let's see, latest update. Okay, I have the past week here. So that's what we saw earlier was the past week. See, if we put any time, and I forgot I had the past. See, now what you're going to get, okay, rent assistance, US. No, you don't want that. Need help paying bills.com. No, you don't want that. Need help paying bills.com. No, you don't want that. See, all these things, housing, get, see, that's .org. So maybe it's worth looking at. But see, all those things need help, oh, I need help, right? And you're going to go there. No, you don't want to do that. That's why another thing too, particularly now with COVID, there's so many grants that are just coming up every day. And that's where the opportunities are, because a lot of these programs have a limited source. So they're going to give out so much money, and then when it's gone, you have to wait till next year. So that's why it's interesting to go through and put advanced search, and then down here, when you have last update, put in, okay, last 24 hours. Okay, so now we're going to look for, rental assistant grants and last for rental. Let's put COVID in here too, just to see. COVID, COVID, I think I rent assistance. Okay, and we put that in here, and okay, first one, okay, that's Alexandria. See, now what the computer did is take my location and add it there. So let's say if I live in, put in Ohio, OHIO, right? Okay, so let's see the settings again and advanced search. So, okay, we want to put Ohio there and past 24 hours. So let's see what happened in Ohio in the last 24 hours. Okay, here, Eviction Miami, that's Miami, protecting the renter and homeowner rights. So all these things are just new programs and new things. There's one in Cleveland, Homeland Housing, Roundtown. See, this is stuff that had help for in the last day. I think I just put in new stuff. That's what you want to know, is the new things that are out there, for people. And then you have to chase it down. And when you chase it down and find out, don't forget when they tell you, oh, they can't, they give it all away or this, that, then you have to ask them where else. And that's the important thing. So you want to go in and put, your rental assistance and your state, because now you're going to lose national ones. See, they're national ones, but how are you going to do that? Because if you put COVID rental assistance for national, now it's going to be all over, and maybe some of these are national, but it's going to be hard to find which ones are national, because a lot of them here is for Boston, this governor of Maine, and all these kinds of. So that's why it's tough. But there are some national programs, so you may miss that. But I think it's best to start zeroing in. Now, there's other places you want to check too. It is like, here's an Office Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. If you go there and put in mortgage and housing assistance, and it gives you like your rights and not having to pay your mortgage or your rent and things like that. Mortgage relief options, protection for renters, avoiding scams and bad actors. See, when you're in financial trouble, boy, the sharks are out there trying to get you. Okay, housing counselor, how to get these free people, how to get credit counseling for free. All these are here. So this is a good website, consumerfinance.gov. Okay, another one. This is a very good website because this is a nonprofit organization that helps people, particularly renters. Okay, so what is, they estimate there's $100 billion in emergency rental assistance. Okay, now they've collected sources that have $100 billion for emergency rental assistance. And that's the NLIHC.org, rental assistance. And you go down to your state. Let's see, I live in Maryland. Okay, here's Maryland. You click on Maryland. Okay, here are the programs in Maryland for rental assistance that are available. $13 million here, 78,000 for incomes less than $78,000. So you would think you have to be poor as hell to get it. No, you can make up to $78,000 and get those rental assistance. Now, again, they won't have everything, but it's a source. That's what you have to do. We have the largest collection. Like me, man, I've been studying this for 40, 50 years or whatever, and I still have only a fraction, but I have the biggest single source you can't find anywhere. But it's still there. Okay, now here's what you need, because you have to know your rights in dealing with this. You're going to talk to your landlord or do anything like that. What are your rights? Because they know your rights, because they do this every day. This is your one time in your life. You don't know your rights, right? Okay, how do you find out? Okay, how do you get free legal help? Because you can't pay $200 an hour on a lawyer to try to get out of $1,000 rental fee, huh? So you put in Justia, because Justia is a website, and it's a .com, but because it's really selling legal services, but it's a good place to find free and low cost legal help. So if you put free and low cost legal help in Maryland, on Justia, and then if you go, now here it is there. So right here are all the organizations that are free. So pro bono work in Maryland, Maryland Volunteer Lawyer Service, the Bar Association. See, all these, there's a half a dozen here, Women's Law Center, are all free legal help. So you call them, hey, what are my rights here, to do this? And that's what you want to know. Okay, where else to get money and help for your mortgage or rent or something is 211.org. So you put 211.org and you put in your zip code. Say you live in Baltimore. That's not far from me. And you put in search, and you hear, oh, okay, now I want you to go to this zip code, of course, like everything else. Okay, now when you get, because see, all these things it's a national organization, which is part of United Way, but they have local programs, because most help like this is local. So they keep track of the local. Now here, it usually has categories. Every city or wherever you live, it can be a little different, but they'll have a category for housing or something like that. And you'll see down here, I think, here, okay, so put in the keyword. So I want to put in rent. I have trouble with rent. Then it lives you, parent control. Okay, rent payment assistance. Okay, see, that's what I want. Okay, so where are you? Okay, we're going to search for rent payment assistance. Okay, how many we have here? Okay, just in my area for where I live, how many rent payment assistance programs? These are all nonprofit organizations or government offices or whatever. Let's see, down here, keep going. See, look at all the organizations just in my area here that offer it. Look, there's 10 pages, and there must be 10, 12 on a page. So you got 100 or so people, around the area in Baltimore, that offer rent assistance. So that's what you have to check out. Okay, where else can we check out? Okay, you want to go to your county government. Okay, in the county government, you want to go to the Community Development Office and see and this is for Montgomery County, Maryland. So you want to go Montgomery County, Maryland, that look for community development, information for renters, information for landlords, emergency benefits and support. See, they have emergency programs too. And that's all available. So that's where you want to, because that's your county is usually good. They have programs like that. And then also for legal help, your attorney general in your state capital. Now here's a website you can find your attorney general. It's NAAG.org. NAAG.org, National Association of Attorney Generals. NAAG.org. Yep. And you go to this website and you put in your state. Let's see, it must be down here somewhere. Where is your state? Oh, well, it's in here somewhere. Who's my AG? And you want to search. Well, anyway, so you find your AG there, and that's free legal help. So you want to know your rights, your state attorney general. I don't know, I'm sure what that is. Oh, here's another organization, the Community Action Agency. Community Action Agency is a nonprofit organization subsidized by the government to help people with limited incomes. It's in every county, okay, and they have a national association called the Community Action Partnership.com. It's okay. This one's okay. CommunityActionPartnership.com. And you could find your local community action agency. And they're free. You call your local up wherever you are and ask them about, hey, what's going on in your area? What kind of programs you have help? You have trouble paying your rent or mortgage. Okay, so that's a source you go to. Also, the HUD.gov. They have programs counseling. You want to do a HUD counseling. So if you go to HUD.gov and put counseling, see housing counseling, they help with paying your rent and mortgage. They'll help you figure that out, know of programs. None of these sources know everything. Remember that. That's why it's important to keep going, even when you think you have an answer. You just pick up the ball and keep going because you may have a better answer somewhere else. So that's what it's all about. I mean, it takes effort. It's not going to be easy. And I'm making one phone call. Oh yeah, you sound nice. Okay, yeah, let me send you a check for $1,500 and have a good day. No, you're going to go through bureaucratic hurdles, but that's important to your life. So look at it that way. That you want to solve this problem, because if you don't take the time, to solve the problem, it's just going to not go away itself and just get worse. So the sooner you get into these sources to find out options in your life so you can make a good decision on what the hell to do next. See, without knowing what's available, to me, we choose an option that isn't good for us, because we don't know all the things that are available. And it turns out to be worse. Or what happens is we postpone it, and that makes it even worse. So all your options are worse without doing the research. So take time, stop your life, and solve this fire drill, before the whole house is burnt down. Now it's just a little brush fire. So if you don't take care of it and put out that fire and know your best options to put it out, man, it's going to sneak up on you and bite you in the butt.